Hello YouTube, welcome back to Transport Fever. Last time out we were just up the road in Saffron Walden getting some things ready for getting freight over to Saffron Walden. Pixelator, look, you get a shout out. Age of Empires 2 you're playing. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't played that in a very long time actually. Used to love Age of Empires. Anyway, we're not playing Age of Empires here. Pixel's playing Age of Empires. We are playing Transport Fever. And like I said, Saffron Walden got its own freight line and all that kind of stuff by road, so we didn't actually work on actually getting any trains in. In fact, I can hear a train coming up behind us. It's not going to hit us though because we're way off the line. There's also a train, the Central Stone train, which is coming in from the north, heading in south. This one's coming in from Loughborough. That needs to be upgraded actually. That's going right the way over to wherever it's going. It's going up to the depot, not the depot, the brick place. What do you call the brick place? Stonemasons, I suppose. Anyway, that's going up there. But as you can see, there's a double header steam train coming in, the Baden, which carries 300 stone. Now, I've been looking at this and I've decided that I need to upgrade this to try and get some better acceleration out of it, because I think we're going to need it. So I think we're going to need that better acceleration. So this is the last time we're going to be seeing the Baden, at least on this particular track. So I'll quickly take that. Oh look, Slim, you're playing Transport Fever as well. You're not recording though, are you? So there we go. Right, I'll take a picture, snapshot of that. So there we go. That's our new train. Which isn't hooting. Why aren't you beeping? Why aren't you beeping? Oh, there's another one coming in. Another double header Baden coming in. This is a very busy freight yard, actually. So I'm quite happy about that. Very pleased about that. Right, so what's going on here? Let's see. Oh look, there's another train waiting to come in. And this isn't even running at full capacity. We're only using 5 out of the... I think we're using 5 out of the 8 lines. I did want to use the rest of them, but I've got a feeling I might not get a chance to use them. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's do this. So there we go, that's our new train. We'll make sure that we set that replacement to no anymore. Like so. And as you can see, this should be, apart from being quite loud, it should be accelerating better than the, or at least at the same rate as the Baden, but it'll be a lot cheaper to run. So we should be making a bit more money off this particular train. At least that's what I'm hoping, and it should have slightly better acceleration too. So all this work going into it to see what happens. I'm thinking of making this a 3rd track. I've got a feeling that might be a good idea as well. There's, as you can see, there's a bit of traffic. Right, this one's heading for Loughborough Central. Now, this is a very old train, isn't it? 49 years old. Let's get this train replaced with something a little bit more modern. So, click that. So, what is it at the moment? Is it an American? No, it's a Mogul. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Because that means it's that. Top speed 47 miles per hour. Decent tractive effort though, actually. We could replace that with a double header Baden, or we could just go ahead and go straight to the Alco, which, like I said, has more pulling power than two Badens put together. Or should we do that? Should we do it just for one? Because we can, should we do that just on one track? Top speed of 81 miles per hour. An attractive effort of next to make no difference, infinity. Oh, do I want to use a big boy? It's not a mountainous region, so I have there's no logic to using a big boy. Let's not use a big boy. Let's not. Okay, that's an Atlantic. This is a Pacific, by the way. This is a Pacific. That's an Atlantic. I suppose we could just switch out for that, or we could switch out for a double header of this. I mean, anything is going to be better than that, though. So, tell you what, let's switch out for a double-header one of that, yeah. Like so, and then we'll go wagons. We shall go for... What is it? I think it's taking... At the moment, it's using what? A state car. Right, so that's what we need. Waiting for a free path. Oh, there's that train going through. Hey, look, that's a double-header Baden. So there we go. This does need to be a double-header Baden. Right. Set vehicle. We need to add some state cars to this. Let's go for... Ooh. Interesting. That one's much, much better. Right. And we shall have them in a nice... What colour? Let's go for grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 12 of them. That's going to carry 200. So we want 13, 14, 15. Let's go 15. I think 15's a suitable number. And we'll set that to yes. And we will leave that up just in case we need to have a look at it. Okay, what else is going on here? Right. We've got some... Now this is an interesting thing. You see, because this here to here is probably closer, but because I don't want to make a separate line for that, and I know that if I start shifting things there, it's going to start doing really weird things, I would prefer that it actually goes from here over to here. So it would start supplying fuel and anything from over here all the way over to over here. At least that's the intention anyway. Now, this thing is making a fair amount. Try to deliver more crude oil. Right, so we need to try and deliver more oil. Now, there's plenty of oil to deliver. So I think perhaps these things need a bit of an upgrade. Wait, you're running those Volvos. So what speed do those Volvos do? 37 miles per hour. No, you're okay. So all we need to do is add a little bit more. So let's go ahead and add a few Volvos to this. By road vehicles, a Volvo tanker. Which one do we want? One or the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set line. West Midland oil, isn't it? West Midland fuel. There we go. Off we trot. Great. So that should hopefully help bring this time down. Now this has become a very busy road. But that's okay. That's absolutely 100% okay. And we should be able to then get some more fuel over to these things. In theory. Right, so we'll do that. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You're only doing 16 miles per hour. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. We don't need to replace that, so get rid of you. You see, that is very slow. And just compare it to this one. This one's doing 42 miles per hour. Admittedly, this is uphill and that's going downhill. Nevertheless, though, look at the size of the trains. They're fairly similar in size, let's be honest. But this one just does not have that capability. It just doesn't have the capacity. This is a, 315 meter train. We're trying to replace it with a train that's going to be 278 meters. So it's going to be a shorter train that carries more. That's exactly what we want. So let's watch this train in on its final journey. As it lags itself to death. There we go, coming into Loughborough. And then we're going to pop over back in Saffron Walden and see what's going on there. "19 miles per hour. The level crossing is going to close very, very shortly. In fact, it should close in front of that bus. Shouldn't it? Or it should have. Should be definitely closed now. Old level crossing style. Oh no. Well, that's gone. Yeah, that needs to be improved somewhat. This is very bumpy as well. This downhill slope is very bumpy. Anyway, 31 miles per hour, carrying 163 out of 208, going into Loughborough Central. Let's pull into the right platform, and it will convert to the new train. Look at how much is waiting there. It's a lot of fuel, not so much of this, but I suppose this will top that up quite quickly. I'm hoping. This is because, like I said, the fuel ones are a lot faster. Should replace. I'll just put it to 25% just in case. There we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a much shorter train as well. Obviously, it's still too long for the platform, but it's a much shorter train. So I think this is going to do a lot better. No, there we go. In fact, let's watch it. Already up to 23 miles per hour. Now it's up the hill that's going to be the interesting part. If it can hold, let's say 30 up the hill. I wonder if it can. Wow, that's like a little roller coaster. It's holding 30. In fact, it's still accelerating up the hill. That's actually quite interesting. Switch over, please switch over. Thank you. This is because the platform's too short, so it has to do that. But there you go, look at that, 36 miles an hour going up the hill. So, you know, that's exactly the kind of speed that we need out of something like this. Beep beep. Oh great, there's a new gondola available. I bet you that one's going to be far more efficient than the one we have at present. Right, you, how are you doing? You're still not carrying enough. I think it needs to carry a lot more. Right, now these things are clearing out the oil. Now that's a problem. Although, how much is this carrying as it comes in? 294. Well, we're going to add another 294 to that. But we do need to start clearing this. We do need to start upping production on this massively. How is Canterbury doing without the bridge? You know what? They're actually managing without this bridge. So I'm quite happy about that. I do want to put the bridge back in, but you know, after what happened last time, if we need to do any more crossover junctions here, it's not going to go very well. Okay, everything seems to be okay here. In fact, there's some buildings growing out here. Of course, right up to the shoreline, because that's how they do things, which is absolutely... That needs to be patched out. That really needs to be patched out. It's not clever. Actually looks kind of cool with it. You know, they're up there and the train's going overhead. Look at that. You can't say that's not cool, because that is very, very cool. In fact, this is probably even cooler. That's actually, yep, I think that is even cooler. And highly realistic as well. That does happen. In fact, I think Waterloo Station used to do that. Waterloo Station is actually elevated, and you used to see, when you're driving down the road, you see the Eurostars actually in the elevated section up on the top, and it used to be really strange. Right, is this which one's this? No, this is the one coming into Canterbury. We don't have to worry about that. Looks like everything is everything seems to be hanging on okay over here, so we'll leave that running as it is. In fact, we've actually had our first building grow on this side, which has kind of ruined the bridge, but you know, interesting. Interesting. It's this one I need to see. There we go. Look at that. It's all topped up again. 251. And that oil train's already on its way to pick up, what, another, I'm guessing there's another 150 waiting here? 241, okay, never mind. There's another 241 waiting there. So there we go. Things are looking good. Things are looking up. Things are looking pretty happy. Okay. Let's have a look at what these trains are doing. 97 of 132. Now, is that a problem due to needing more... Try to deliver more livestock. Right. Okay. This needs to be fixed then. So we need to sort this out. Replacement. Yes. So at the moment they're running what? Bends. Okay, so your bends is capable of what? Your 25 miles per hour and 8. This is going to be 37 and 11. Anything else that we can take that might be better? Maybe we could take a box fan. No food, that's not it. A dumper? No. A flatbed? No. Interesting. What takes livestock? Oh no, wait, this is a box van does take livestock. Livestock and... well, livestock only. Of course, we're only working with livestock, aren't we? We could take grain though, but that would need a dumper. So let's go for this. And it was a Cadbury's pink, wasn't it? Or Cadbury's purple. Oh, yes, please. Livestock 10. But it should be faster, which is the important part. We'll also up this road. That might help them if I upgrade the road. There we go. Right, that's the road upgraded. So that might give them a better chance to get some of this, some of these things going. Right, vehicles. Right, I'm looking for the one with the brown. That's what I'm looking for. So these, it looks like. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. So they can get up to 37 miles per hour, while these ones are trundling along at what? 25. So that should be a what? 40%. Take into account how much extra it can carry. Take into things. So we're looking at an increase of about 70%, something like that, of production. So that's good. Right. Whilst that's finishing that thing off, we've done a lot of upgrades in this episode. That should help fill this up. I want to get things into Wickford, because Wickford is large. In fact, look at Brickhouse as well. And this is just running a very old train. Look at the trains that are running on this. Well, you can't see the train because it's hidden in the embankment. Yeah, hello. There you go. Something that looks like it belongs on the Isle of Sodor. Yeah, it does look like it belongs on the Isle of Sodor, doesn't it? Just put a little smiley face on the front. 65-year-old train. The thing is, it's still making a decent amount of money, and I don't really want to replace it then. Because it's still making money, it's still, things are going quite well. Right, I just want to go there. I just don't feel like replacing it. Just because it can carry everything it needs. It's doing everything it needs to do. And if I was to replace it, it might cause some expansion going on that I won't be able to cope with. Hey, look at this. Brownhills has grown all the way out to here, and Luff has grown all the way over to here. Why has Brownhills grown? I haven't done anything there. Right, it looks like Saffron Walden's picking up. Look at that. Loads of people wanted to go to Loughborough. How much can this thing carry? 11 only. I swear that looks like it can carry more than 11. Should be able to carry like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably about 15 or 20 passengers really. I didn't know the doors open though, but there you go. Is it just going to... No, there it goes. Closes the doors and drives off. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, this one's done. That's good. That's good. There we go. Things should start improving. We should be able to start getting things over to Saffron. In fact, there you go. We've actually got the first bits of food that want to go to Saffron Walden. So we'll end up picking those up at some point, hopefully. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think of what I'm doing so far, and any ideas you have for another series, because like I said, I have to get plans in for another series. I do have ideas. I do have an idea, and it's going to involve no money, so money is not going to be an issue. But it is going to have a new challenge where I'm not allowed to pause the game. Everything must be done whilst trains are running. So I need track upgrades, and I can't just press the upgrade button on the track. I must delete the track and rebuild it with new track. So, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's all going to try and be highly realistic and all that. But, like I said, it's... Ooh, that's a dip and a half. What happened there? But like I said, if you guys have any ideas, please do let me know, and do check out my Patreon scheme. Link to that is in the description box below. I would massively appreciate your support. It will allow me to continue making videos like that and sustain myself as a viable career in this. On top of that, do check me out on Twitch. I will start uploading videos there. It may take a little while. I think I'm starting to do just a few videos there. But I think the second series of Transport Fever will be uploaded on YouTube and Twitch for people to view at their own leisure. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode, where I think maybe we'll do a little bit more work on freight whilst waiting for one of those fast carriages. I'll see you guys next time.